Good morning, everyone. It's great to be able to share this morning's devotion with you, and I'm glad that you've tuned in to join us for it. Hope you've been blessed over the last few days and weeks and months by our devotions. I never thought that when we started doing them back in March that we would still be doing them in December, but I'm so glad that we are actually to hear those the different thoughts shared and those nuggets of truth and treasures that have been shared every morning. It's been a real blessing, and I want to thank you for keeping tuned in. I know you'll have been blessed by them if you have, and I want to thank those who have taken the time to study and to share those thoughts and those devotions with us. It really has been a blessing. I was encouraged again this week with Trevor's rich devotion with all the different references and song references in it, and a real blessing just to share in that richness. And yesterday Mike is sharing those thoughts of Advent and the beginning of our Advent period, and it really made me think about what to share with you this morning. And it's just one verse, a real simple verse, but one that's just full of rejoicing and good news. And I'm sure that's something that we all want and desire and long for in these times. So I just want to share with you an encouraging thought from Luke's Gospel, chapter 2, verse 10. And it says this: "Then the angel said to them, 'Do not be afraid, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which will be to all people.'" An angel bringing tidings of good news. And if you've been with us in our study through Revelation, you'll know that there are angels are sent to deliver various messages, to perform various tasks. Some of them wonderful, and some of them in judgment and destruction when we look at the book of Revelation. But here we see the news of the most profound and wonderful event that has ever taken place in the history of humankind, in our history. And it's the proclamation of who it is who has come to the earth. It says, "And the angel said to them, 'Do not be afraid.'" They were fearful. They didn't know what was happening. And again, we see that reassurance from the angel, that reassurance that we see all the way through the Bible, and the reassurance that Jesus brings us, that Paul brings us, that many of the scriptures bring us. Do not be afraid. Do not let your heart be troubled. Don't be afraid. You might be looking around, and there's a lot of really difficult news to be contending with at the moment. I just think about the job losses that we're hearing about. Thousands and thousands of people losing their livelihoods, losing their jobs, and it's such a difficult time that we're going through right now. But this is why even more so we need to hear the best news, the good news, and that reassurance the angel brings us. First of all, do not be afraid. Behold, I bring you glad tidings. And that's good news. That's the gospel. Jesus is the good news. It's the proclamation that Jesus is here. And you can go on and read through Luke's chapters 1 and 2, and it's all about the birth of Jesus and what is going on at that time. And this is that time that he is born. For behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which will be to all people. That word there, great, is where we get it's the Greek word, but it's the root word where we get our word mega. And you'll see that word. I keep getting these emails through because it's been Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and there's mega deals going on, these great deals. Well, I tell you, this is the most mega event that there has ever been. And that's what it means, great joy, mega joy. This is something to rejoice over, because Jesus is the answer. Not only our eternal answer, but he is the answer that we need today and every single day, the one that would bring us that same reassurance. Don't be afraid. There is some good news. In the midst of all this difficulty, there is good news. And in that good news, there is great joy. Not just for a select few people, not just for the special ones or those that may consider themselves special in any way, or maybe there are those who consider themselves not special enough to receive good news and great joy. Well, let me tell you, this message is for every single person. Rich or poor, young or old, black or white, it makes no difference. This message of great joy is for every single person, and everyone and anyone can receive the true joy that is there for us all at this Christmas time or at any time. And that great news is Jesus Christ, the hope of the world, the Saviour of the world. And my hope and prayer would be that you know him. If you don't, that you would accept him, you would come to know him as your Lord and Saviour, and if you do, that you would grow in that knowledge of him, and that there would be great joy. Even in times of difficulty and challenge, you would find that joy within, because it's to be found in Jesus Christ. So I pray God's blessing upon you today and these coming days as we lead up to celebrating Christmas. God bless you all.